Brrrr, bitch nigga, and it's like that. Welcome back to another episode of Survival Time. I'm your host with the most quantity cash money, and I am proud to announce, nigga, they finally got the nigga. I've been waiting on this shit for like since this shit happened. They should have been got this nigga yesterday, bro. Like I don't know how the fuck they didn't get this nigga. Like it's crazy. How the fuck do you not get this nigga with all the cameras that's around nowadays? That's why I say in the last video, I didn't think I'd see nothing like this in my generation. As far as like somebody getting shot on camera in broad daylight and ain't nobody really knowing what the fuck happened. Can't nobody find no clues. Fuck out of here. Anyway, they got the nigga. I know for a fact that they got the nigga because when you see the mugs, like the pictures and shit, they show the nigga face a little bit. When you see the nigga face, you can see the shape of his face and his chin and shit like that. If you look at the dude face and chin, his chin matched the description of the dude face. He just wearing some fucking sunglasses and a fucking cap, bro.
On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to the Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. When encountered in person by investigators in Washington County on September 12th, in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone.
I'm gonna pause the shit a little bit and let it load, but nah. I really want to say this right quick. A nigga gotta have that. Somebody gotta have that much hate in their heart. In order to fucking commit a murder like that in broad daylight. You gotta build yourself up for some shit like that. That ain't some like overnight shit. So yeah, you could clearly see that niggas just riled themselves up for this shit based on what the fuck this man was saying to people in debates and shit, but don't know this nigga personally. You can't speak to this man personally to get your voice off to even understand this man's mindset. So your point in killing him was stupid. It was pointless. It was baseless. You built up all this hatred for this nigga for what? You killed him in front of his family, nigga. I hope they fry your bitch ass, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I don't even wish death on people, but like some shit like that, nah, I don't think you should be let slide. Life in prison or whatever they give you, they should give you something to the maximum because you planned this, you plotted this shit, you worked this shit out. Ain't no way in hell you didn't know where to go and shit like that. Like if you saw the pictures, he knew where to duck his face on the motherfucking cameras and shit. Like he really thought this shit through. But nigga, your ass is retarded because it's like, one of the cameras around this bitch. It ain't just cameras in people's hands no more. It's cameras every fucking where.
Named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits. I know there's been speculation as well as to the writing on those casings, those bullet casings, and I believe we have that as well. And I will share that with you now. So the area north of Campus Drive Road where the suspect crossed over, you saw some of that in the video that we released last night, consists of a grassy area with trees on the edge of the UVU campus. Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark colored towel. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser Model 98 30-06 caliber bolt-action rifle. The rifle had a scope mounted on top of it. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this question mark?" Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow, and
these bitch ass niggas really put like messages on these bullets, bro. Is you serious, bro? This is why the fuck I said they need to fry this nigga. These niggas is fucking ridiculous. And I'm glad it wasn't a black person, and I'm not saying that in a way that I'm happy like, you know, somebody who killed them wasn't black. What I'm trying to say is this: I'm glad it's not a racial thing, because this whole situation is on a bigger plateau. Like, when you really sit back and you look at it, the simple fact that we can't say what we want to say without people trying to kill us, or without people trying to fight with you or whatever, just because you have a different opinion, it shows how far we've flown off of like the fucking cliff of society. We gotta start doing better as a people and as a nation, because that's how Charlie Kirk spoke. I actually watched his content. So, and I reacted to a couple of his videos. I'm gonna start leaving a description, this stuff, and like, I'm gonna start leaving a link and all that after the video. But I really just want to get into the fact that he just was speaking on us being equals, nigga. He never came at us in like no crazy way. He never put us down or nothing. He just spoke facts. Shit, we don't have enough fathers in the household. We don't have enough fathers raising our children. We are not present in our household as men and black men in our community. It's a lot of shit that I could speak on, but we do become acclimated to seeing murders and shit like that. We do become that does become the norm, because we forget that drive-by shootings are mass shootings. You know, shootings in crowds are mass shootings, regardless of what's going on. If it's about a gang or anything, and they just going for one person, if they shooting it at a crowd, it's a mass shooting, jackass. And that's why the fuck they been putting that shit on the news. This was a mass shooting, pretty much. He just shot Charlie Kirk, but he shot him in front of a bunch of people. He could have shot anybody that was sitting behind Charlie Kirk.
Symbol and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow," and a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO." We are indebted to law enforcement across the state who's worked seamlessly together, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, and our federal partners with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We're grateful for everyone who worked together in such a short amount of time to find this person and to bring justice. I want to thank the public who has been so engaged, reviewing videos, helping us with sending in tips, and helping us get to this point. I want to thank the family members of Tyler Robinson who did the right thing in this case and were able to bring him into to law enforcement as well. I especially want to thank the family of Charlie Kirk, Erica, Charlie's parents, his children. I want us to be thinking of them as we bring justice in this case. They will be involved in that justice. We will be working very closely with them as we move through this process as well. This is a very sad day for our country, a terrible day for the state of Utah, but I'm grateful that at this moment we have an opportunity to bring closure to this very dark chapter in our nation's history. Keep watching.
Fuck that shit. Anyway, I really just want to say this. I really want to say that it's very important that we treat this as like a serious issue. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be treated like a joke. I'm seeing a lot of lame ass niggas like D.L. Hughley and shit like that. Like a bunch of bitch ass people just saying they happy this man is dead. We should never wish death on people, no matter how they feel, no matter what they feel. We got the right to speak opposingly to it. That's our God-given right. We don't have to get into a war about the shit because it ain't really that serious. It's a debate. Structure yourself properly and you could possibly beat them. Niggas don't understand what the theory of competition is. is. It's about bringing the best out of motherfuckers. Y'all bringing the crazy out of niggas. Another thing is, I'm getting sick of seeing dumb motherfuckers saying this man was racist and all of this other stupid ass shit. If he was a racist, why was he having dinner with Candace Owens and other people like that? He was having dinner with like-minded people. He was fucking with like-minded people. See what I'm saying? It ain't about black, white, and all of that. It's about the people. Just because he's speaking true on statistics don't mean he's racist, or it doesn't mean that he's even speaking down on motherfuckers. He's just saying shit how it is, and nobody today wants to hear that. So y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think. I'm happy that the nigga got caught. Hopefully the nigga's gone. Okay, I hope they cook him. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Either he get life in prison or whatever. I want to send a shout out to Charlie Kirk's family. I want to send prayers out to his wife and children. Genuinely, because this is actually a travesty. To see this happen and for them to have went through this is crazy. But I'm out. Peace.
Hey, gotta know your purpose, understand what worth is. These snakes is lurking, observing, trying to close your curtains. These hoes be perping.